Welcome to my YouTube channel. Today I want us to do real life projects in Protastructure. We're going to do G+4 building in Protastructure. So I usually advise my viewers to use Achicad because even me, although I am so familiar with Autocad, I had to learn Achicad because of advantages that you will learn if you take some 2 weeks to learn Achicad so that you can be able to make your work and your life easier. So I'm going to import an architectural plan into Archicad so that we can use that plan to model our structure in Protastructure, and then from there we can do the design. So I'm using Protastructure 2018, and I don't want to update for some reason. So let's start. So I will import this architectural plan here. Just need to drag it. So actually, it is here. Okay. So I will export this into current view. Export in current view. Drag this into others. Just click here and then drag it outside. Then I will delete it. Just delete it. So here is our architectural plan. So the next step is to make sure you suspend groups. So you suspend groups so that you can be able to select everything. To select some results. You can see here I have elevation of how this G+4 structure is going to look like. I have elevation 1, elevation 2, elevation 3 and 4. So this is the elevation plan. This is the ground floor plan. So in a ground floor, actually, there are some, you can see these, there are columns here which some have walls, bearing walls, some don't. So we are going to use the first floor, typical first, second, third, and fourth floor plan to model our structure. So I just copy this one outside here. Just so let me select, because I won't copy other parts here. So I just select here and select fully enclosed. So that it only select when I fully enclose an object. Okay. So I drag a copy. Outside there. Move, drag a copy. I drag a copy here so that you can scale it. Remember, this drawing is not scale. So the first thing you receive an architectural plan is you scale it. Okay, you scale that plan so that you can be able to work with it. So you can see we don't have our grids. So we will scale this so that we can measure grid distance so that we can use that to model our structure. So to scale, just select everything and then go to file, edit. But first of all, you don't know where you're going to use to scale. Okay, so we're going to use the grid for this wall and the grid for this wall to scale. Remember, grid is usually at the midpoint of a wall. So not columns, because you can see you put your grid line here. It is not at the midpoint of this wall. So grids are always at the midpoint of a wall. So that's the point that you should note very seriously. So first I should draw grid at this wall and a grid at this wall. So you use it to scale. So I will just activate my line tool. So I'll go to documents, I'll go to line tool, activate it, and then I just draw a line from this point. Okay, so I just draw a grid at the midpoint, and you can see it is snapped at horizontal, and also the midpoint here. If I just when my grid line tool is active, it is just snapped at the midpoint there, and that is because this one is turned on. You can see this one snap, guide, and point. If I turn this off, then I'm not going to be able to snap. So I'll just turn it on. Okay. It is snapped at the midpoint. That tick, then I'll just drag my grid line, which is also snapped at vertical. Okay, that is A. So I'll draw another grid line at this point. Already we have a line touching both sides of this wall. So I just use that line to draw my second grid line. Okay. So you can see this point, this wall here is on 50 millimeters, this wall here is on 50 millimeters. So the distance between this point, the center of this wall is 75 millimeters. So the distance between this grid and this grid should be 75. Okay, let's say 150 plus 90 plus 1900, that will be 2050. Okay, plus 950, that will be 3000. So the distance between here and here is 3000 plus 75, that is 3075 plus 75, that is 3150. Okay, so we know that the distance between this grid and this grid is 3.15 meters or 3150 millimeters. So if I activate my dimension tool, let's see the actual distance right now before we have scaled it. So just click OK. You can see the distance is 0.868 meters. That is 868 millimeters. Okay, so we need to scale this first. So I just activate my arrow tool, then select everything, and then I will go to edit. I will go to shape. I will go to size, and then I will come here. I just select from that point this grid. You can see actually that distance is there, so I just need to shift it. Oh. Okay, so let's go back, edit, shape, size. Okay, from this point or from this point to this point, it's x868 millimeters. So hold your shift key, then change it to 31 feet. So now we have scaled this first, second, and that floor plan. Actually, we could scale the entire drawing, but it will take me, so the drawing is big, so I just need to scale the first floor plan and ask my story height. For my architecture, my story height is 2.85 meters. So you can see the drawing is now scaled. So we have to stretch this from this point. I think this was stretch node, so I'll stretch it to that point. To a point. Oops. Okay. Either way, it goes in a straight line. So just move it back. So just hold my shift. Then I will also drag this one. So very important note that the grid lines are at the center of a wall. Okay. So we draw grid lines for these walls, all these walls in this direction. So first of all, let me open my Protastructure. Let me open a new project. Let me open a new project. So just need to click. Remember, this one is Protastructure 2018. So I'll open a new project. So still quick start guide still complete. So A project called, I will name it, I will just give it another name because I'm opening a new project. Start a new project. Then just name G+4. So I will use the S code. So let me first close the one. So I've opened Protastructure 2018. You can see the way it looks like. And I will advise my viewers to also look for this 2018 version. So I will not talk more than there. So we are going to add grid lines in all these works. So I'm just going to add, let's say, let me check this line. Yeah, we can just use this one to draw this line because it's spanning. So I don't know, we could just okay. Let's just continue to add the grid lines. These points. I think this wall here is starting from the ground floor. Actually, there should be a beam at that point. It should be a beam. Okay, so I'll just add another grid at this point. So no problem. At this point. Okay, so I'll just add another grid line. My grid line should be now, this one should be C. The other one, we're going to change to C. We're going to change to D. So I'll draw another grid line at this point. Let me check this line. So I'll draw another grid line. With my line tool. Then with my grid element tool. Just that tick, see that it's not argument. Yeah, at that point. I'll draw another grid line here. It's stretching to the edges of these walls. I'll draw another grid line here. So I know this video will take long, but I prefer to start from this very start where you will see this architectural plan. And this is what you're going to use to model. So this is how you're going to receive your architectural plan. So you are the one who is going to model using this plan. So, you cannot ask the architect to do the grid lines for you. So you have to know how to do it. I'll draw another grid line. Okay, I'm not sure. Okay, this line. There's another grid line here. Just activate my line tool. Or I can just use this line because no, I can't use it. Not spanning from I just double click and then activate my grid element. Yeah. Alright, and then so you can see there is this wall here. There are several lines here, so don't be confused. So from this point, I will just draw my line here, where clearly there is one line. There are 2 lines. So I don't know. Lines. So maybe it is this one. So I will draw another line from this point. I think it is here because I can clearly this line says this console there up to that point, then draw activate my grid element. Draw my grid to this point. Then I will draw another line, another grid at this point. No need to do another line. So let me see the ground floor. I think the beam is at this at that point, but we will just model it later in our model. Another grid. So, perhaps do another line. Then I activate my grid element. Okay. Now we will dimension this line. So activate my dimension tool, and then from this point we'll continue. Then there, there, there. I think we can just model these. So let's just we model these. So I can just do the grid line from this point. Model this lobby later. This wall. Just focus on the position of our core line so that there will be no confusion. So I'll just take this. So when it first okay at that point, then I will just um maybe just delete that one, and I will continue. Activating my dimension. Actually, I have an issue here. I don't know why the grid line is not appearing local. So let us withdraw this grid line because I don't think it's going to be like that. So I'll rule a bit from this one. So you should be very careful so that you can respect the architectural plan as much as possible. So from that point, so actually they are not at the same point. So I will delete this one, and then I can just delete this one. Delete there. So you should be very careful. Then okay. I don't know why these are not appearing properly. So let me see. No, holding my shift so that it goes in straight line. Then IJK, this is the K. Just delete the first one. Now this one should be K. Yeah. And but I want to get the correct thing. Okay. But I think this one should be 25, so no problem. And just let dimension settings just do this with this. So we can just do the dimensions on these other lines. And very important note that also these lines below, they are not on the same grid. So these ones also should be done separately, because if you extend this grid here, we notice these lines are not on the same grid. So this wall is not on the same grid with the other wall. So it should be, I think the wall on the lower side will be done separately. So you can just draw grid for this other side. This one grid, this point. Then I will activate my grid tool. I will change this one to 1, 2, 3, and then I'll change this one to 1. Then I will post the video and do at least I've shown you how I have done all this. You can do the grids. Just the most important thing is to make sure that your grid lines are at the middle of or at the midpoint of your walls, at the center of your walls, not center of your column. So even these grid lines which are horizontal, these walls which are horizontal, we do the grid lines the same way, and also these walls in the lower side, we also do the grid lines the same way we did the one on the top. Apart from these two, when this wall is also on the same grid with it's also on the same. This wall is on the same grid. This wall is the same grid. So this one you can just extend. This one I can just extend. This one here I can just also extend. I think this one is the same grid. So I can just extend. So I just need to draw this wall here separately. So I'll post the video, draw my grids. So this one I can extend, but again just turn off the marker on one side, so on that side. So I'll post, do the grid lines on this side. This one should not exist. This wall is not the same grid, so just maybe just drag it on the upper side and just turn it off the lower side. Okay, turn it off. Yes, and check the first one. So I'll post the video, do the grids. Of course, I've showed you how you can do your grid lines so that you use these grids to model. So can you change this one to 3 because they are too small? This markers to 3. This to 3. To 3. The size 7.5. Let me change this one to 3. Let me pause and then do all the grid lines. Then we continue from there so that you can go straight, start modeling our structure here in ProtaStracture. So I have already added all my grid lines. So we should go straight to start modeling the structure. So this is how the working space of ProtaStracture and video looks like. So I'm going just to add my grid axis generator. I'm going to place it just here. 500, 500. Yes, so my grids which are labeled A, I'll start. Let's see. I think this one is in millimeters, so I'm going to change this dimensionings in millimeters. So I'll go to options. dimensions, I change them to 3 millimeters. Then okay. So this one will be 3.2, that one, comma, that 350 times 2. Then comma, at 150 times 2. That is 350 times 2. So actually I will attach a link there in my description. You can download this architectural plan so that you can use it, so that you can be on the same page. And then that one, then go to the axis labeled one. So start from here. $11.49. That 1,000, 1,200. 30, 1,000. And 1,800, 1,000, 1,200, 1,800, 1,000, 1,200, then well, I'm using these ones. 1,350 times 2. Finally, 1194. And okay. Well, I've done the vice versa, but I have just to delete everyone. Okay. I think these are the grids to be labeled 1, 2, 3. Just confused. These are the grids labeled 1, 2, 3. So we're going to redo our grids. Grids labeled be now given. So 11, 9, 30, 30, 1,200. That is that. then one. You should be very careful when you are adding your grid because you have to delete everything. Then 1800, 1200, 1800, 1000, 1200, then 1350 times 2 times 2, comma, then 1194. So going to do grid 1, 2, 3. That will be 31. That will be 31, 3150, 3350 times 2, 3150 times 2, 3350 times 2. 3150, 3350 times 2. 3350 times 2, comma, 3150 times 2, comma, times 2, comma, 3350 times 2, comma, 3150. So let's make sure that 150, that 3 times 31 times 2, that times 2, that one, right? So then just say we okay. Okay, so now it's like that. So we can now place the position of our columns. So my first column will be right here. So my column should be, let's say, 300 by 450, because this is a G+4 building. So the columns have to be able to hold the structure, the load of the structure. So I'll go to here. Let's see here my column. I'll change this to 3,300, I mean, by 450. Then I'll just place it column there. Then I can just change. It's now the other way, 450 by 300. And then I will update. So I will place all my columns right here. So I'm doing this video for those who are more familiar with Protastructure, because I use Protastructure also to do my design. So it's also a very good software, but I look for Protastructure 2018. So I'll go here and my next column will be at G. Okay, my other column are now. So I will skip this because this circular column I've used hand because I did this structure. So I will skip, go to B, then add those columns at the edges. We will add the grids for these points. Just add my column here and here. And just change this one to just come here. Change it to circular, 400 millimeters. Yes. Okay. So will be here. Only is a C. No, D. D. The original is a D. So yeah. Okay, so I will have to delete these ones. Just select control, select, then delete columns. So actually you can see the 3D, how this structure looks like. So I can go to plan view. So I will add my grids for, because these are not of the same grid, apart from this maybe. So this one can just properties and then add another column. This one will be the same grid. So I'll add these dimensions of these grids. So maybe I'll have to drag this one. This grid, I have to drag this grid down here. Okay. And then so this distance between here and here should be around maybe 250, I think. So let me just look at this between okay, between the 150 or 200, I think. So this one is 150, this one is 350, so it's 200. So I will offset this grid here by 200. Just hold your control and then F2 and just 200. Then escape. Then I can maybe add my column here, properties, and add it here. Then I can offset this grid by 23 by 2300. Yeah? So offset this one by control F2, 2300, enter, then escape. Control F2, then escape. So this one should not. So we add another column at this point. There. Then I can offset this one by 33, that 150 two times, right? So control F2, that 150. We there are times 2. Okay. Enter. So let's copy these properties. Then add this column there, another column here. So I can offset these by 300. This is my stack is. So control F2 to the 300 and escape. I can add my column there. Actually, my column for staircase should not be here. This is position. The position here is A. Okay. So my staircase, the column should be there. So I just copy the properties and add my staircase there. And maybe I can move these columns, the properties, to B. They are in this grid. Yeah. Okay, so I will just need to delete left, then delete columns, yes. Okay, so I will just need to offset again by that 150 from there. Offset by Control F2 at 150 two times. Enter, then escape. Then I will copy this property, just property, then okay, then I will need to offset this one by 2300. So actually, I think this should be just here. So just copy this property and then go it there and then there. I just need to delete this. So just confirm that our distance is from 300. So just right click, measure from here. Like it's 2300, you can see. So from here we can maybe add our beams. Before we add these, there are beams here also. So we just offset these ones. Maybe add, and you can see there are columns, but these columns are not just between the balcony because they are not extending, they are not starting from the ground floor, starting from this first floor, just in between the balconies. So you can maybe check for this detail from the architects. Okay, so I have to just add our beams. So my beams should be, activate my beam should be, let's say 300 by 450 by maybe 500 or 500 will do. So my beam here will be, so I can just like this. So we should just maybe offset this grid by, because that is the grid here. This staircase is 44,000, and that, so between grid C, where we have our other column for staircase, grid A is 40, is about then I can just measure from, maybe I can just offset this one, this grid B by 40 that. So just offset by 40 that. Certain grids are already there, so you just need to add these columns and that from properties. Then and copy the property of this beam, then we just add the beam. So there are other columns running this other beams. Then there's a beam here. Let's just out of this point. These beams are also there's another beam. There's each. Then it's midpoint. There's another beam at this point. You just right click to leave it. And Okay, so there's another thing at this point. I like to use. So and add our slabs. Some portions are cut out, so you can see those portions from here. This portion is cut out, this is cut out. So um, we can also add our cantilever being closed for our balcony. Maybe that's used in the so just from there. So let's see our grading. So the grading looks like. So then I'm going to add slabs, and also it is important to note that this structure has landing beam in this wall. So you can just maybe edit this story. So we go to building, edit story. So my story height is 28 feet. Depth foundation should be determined on site, no problem. Yes. Okay. Now I can go to building. So maybe building, edit story. So I want this story to be at a distance of 14.5. So I'm going to add my beam, another beam, a landing beam from this, maybe so maybe that two. I will change that to be 14, 25, enter. Yes. So perpendicular. Yes. So let's see our story. How many stories do we have? So that will be my landing beam, right? So let's go to story height. Let's go to building, edit story. So I'll go to building. I will insert story 4. So I'll go to, maybe we should first add our slab. So go to slab. My slab is 150. My cover is 20. Then I'll add loading. Self-weight is already automatic. Maybe I can add one for partitions and a post load of 2, because just a residential building. Then I can just add my slabs. Okay, Slab already there. Well, we have this bunch. We'll come back to some portions are cut out. Okay. So we just close this. I'll copy one on my beam, property, then I'll add a beam here. That like right field, and then add another beam here. You know, so this portion is also cut out. So I will close this. Copy one property to my slab. Then I'll add this slab here. Okay. So from there, you can just go to this floor. So you can just maybe edit story because I need to have a landing story. So I'll just go to edit story. Maybe I will change this one to 1425. Okay, 1425, 1425. Okay, yes, no problem. Then I will copy everything. So I'll just delete this beam. Let me delete this. Okay. Just straight delete. And then I will just go to building setup, generate story. So I will generate the story to story 2, everything, and then okay. Yes, yes. Tools. So I will delete everything in that story, apart maybe for this landing beam. So I go to story, that's story 1, and then I will select it, then plan view. So I'll delete all the beams. So maybe I just select everything, then delete. Apart from this beam, select everything. Maybe unselect this control, then unselect only that, and maybe only that grid and that grid, and this grid. So then delete. So it gives me an option. I will select columns. I have to select axis and everything, not columns, and maybe even columns. Okay, everything. Delete everything. Okay, I go back to story 2. I will select all my columns. So I will go to columns. I will select this, hold shift, and then select last one. Holding shift. Okay, and then I will go to properties. Then I will just change the story, the length of story to be just 2. So edit, then make it to be 2, and then OK. Then I can just close. Okay, and then I can just go to my building. So that's the way it looks like. So maybe I can go to this story 1. Then I can go to plan view. Maybe I can change this, maybe delete it and add again. So I'll go to beam. Okay, and then I will add it. Then escape. Then I can go to now to there is my beam, my landing beam. So we want to add our staircase. So we go to plan view. So to measure the distance between here and here, I just right click. Maybe I measure from here to here. It's 23. So we should offset this by half of that. That is 23 divided by 2, that is 11 feet. So that we find our landing. So we will have our landing 1. Our landing, this is our landing 1, and then this is landing 2. So I'll offset first of all this by 1150, and then enter, and then escape it. Okay. So our landing here. Landing here is at this point. So maybe I should just measure the distance. Alright, so from this point, this is just from there. There. Okay. Our landing is 1345. Let's say our landing is 1200. So I will offset this at 1200. To negative 1200. So I'm going to do escape. There is our landing one. So we draw our slabs, activate our slab, and can be just the same. Let's say an imposed load of 3, another dead load of finishes, and then slab will not continue to flow diagram. Then I will select general, select insert. Insertion, I'll select pick points. So I'll pick points. I'll pick from this point. Insertion will be not at pick points. I'll pick this point, that point, that point, that point. Then I will pick this point, this point, this point, that point. So I have to scale this. I have to copy this property. This point from there. From there. Copy this property. Here. Okay. So we can add our plane definition. So I'll pick plane definition. I'll pick this point, that point. Okay, now we add plane definition. The insertion. We pick the axis region. Okay. Pick points. Close. Let's have fast region ready. Definitely we have another slab here. So I'll go to my second floor, which is my first floor. Then select it. Let's double click and then go to plan view. And I'll copy this slab properties, then maybe change it on, and then slab beyond the lock and view to whatever. Then insertion is definitely pick points. So from there, oh, and then make sure you save your project. Okay, now I will go back to my first floor, which is my landing one. Then I will maybe try again one plane definition. So it's quick access. Okay. So that is quick points. Then let's pick axis. All axis with okay, that is our plane definition one. So and close. Let's add another plane definition. Pick axis region. Okay, so this one I think I can just delete this axis. So let me delete this axis. Delete. No. So this one I will change. I will remove this plane definition. So I will add plane definition. Insertion, pick axis. So I will pick this axis, that axis. Function pick axis. Okay, we have added that one. So I'll close this. Maybe select range properties. So this one is the first, maybe let me check. So this one is my first riser. Here will be negative 14.5. It is at a 3. 23, 22. 23, negative 15, 25. Then 8. Then just close. Select second property. 1 and 2 will be 14.5. 14.5. Then update. Then I can just click here, move members to plane. Yes. And this one, move members to plane. Yes. So let's see the 3D. You can see how the changes, right? So we can add our walls. Our walls should be 2.3 because the beam is 500 in depth. So add our walls. Remember the walls from the ground floor are not carried by beams. They are carried by the ground floors Even if there is film beam here, uh, the film beam is supported by the ground, so should not load those walls. So we are going to load walls starting from this one. So I will go just my second floor, then add walls. So now I'll select and then property again. I want to edit beam wall. Okay. So my wall should be around midweight of 9.4. Then wall height is 2.3. Wall thickness is 2. So unit weight of wall. Yes, block. So I'll pick this. I will copy, then I'll select all my position of walls. So I will paste, right click, and then paste, copied beam loop. Yes. So we can see the review. So I can add maybe I can paste different dimensions. Paste. I can add my cantilever load. So go to properties. So my wall height should be 1 meter. Units. Okay. I will select all my cantilever. Copy view. paste it here. So let's see. Actually, let me go. I'm copying this. Copy. Okay, then let me go to I don't do this. I copy. Then paste. So I'll have to copy these ones. Then yeah. So we're going to add a column there in between the balconies. So let's plan view. Activate my column. Then circular. Diameter is 200. Okay. I just added. So let's say that the video. Well, this column actually not supposed to be there. So maybe I should just delete it. We'll add them later. Okay. So first, let's edit the story. Edit story. Then this one will be. This one is landing one. The goal. Story one. Description landing one. This one is first floor. This one is landing two. Hold on a second. Second here. Then, okay. So I can go and generate story. I'll generate everything from here to line 2. Okay. Then first floor, second floor. So I'll go to this floor. And I will select the floor. Then I'll go to plan view. So now I can add my columns. This column length is 2 stories, so it's okay. So we go to 3D. Okay, so you can see the structure looks like. So this is first and second. This is actually first and second. So we are going to add other stories. So for that floor and G+4. So 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3, 4. So other 3 more floors. One, two, three. So we're going to add 6 more stories. 6 more stories from here. So 6 plus 4 would be 10, right? So we go to building. There are already 4 stories. So we're adding C. So we'll go to insert story. Now the total to 10. Okay. And then I will go now to my story 4. Maybe you can just edit first. Let's edit the stories. So I'll go to edit story. The one will be landing 3. That floor. This one will be landing 4. 4th floor. This one will be roof. So we can just maybe delete one floor. So this one will be roof. This one will be to 2850. So we will delete one floor. The last one, the 10th floor. Okay, so I'll go to build stuff. Remove story. I'll remove story 10. Yes. So I'll go to build setup. Edit story. Okay. So we just generate story. Okay, so I'll need select for the floor. Be that floor. Edit landing 2, then generate story. I generated 2 landing 3, then landing 4, and then okay. You can see how we have been able to generate our staircase and our landing beam. So we'll select first 4th floor, 2nd floor, then we will This will generate so second floor to that floor to fourth floor and again to roof. Right. So in the roof we will delete all the slabs and all the so maybe um, so we can delete all this. So maybe I can go to the last two floor, go to plan. What is just roof? So I have to delete all the slabs. Slabs. Okay. So maybe I can select all of these. Then you can just delete beam or load. Okay. And maybe I can go to plan to repeat. Okay. So I can delete only the beams. Maybe I can add smaller beams that's only for roof. I think maybe 200, 200 by 300. It does only support the roof. So we do not delete one slab, we don't delete it, no problem. Again, So I'll hit escape, then I'll delete this. Maybe yeah, that's okay. So I can save my project. So I have saved the project. So now I think I should delete this beam here, and there's another beam there. So just copy this property, just fill, then right click on properties, and then I can copy this property from here to here. Right click to this here to here. Then from there to there, and then from here to here. Okay. So if I will go up to this, no, not necessary. So you can just leave it like that, and then let's view the 3D. Okay, you can see this one, G+4. Of course, there are cards for doors and windows, but there's no problem because it is good to design for maximum load. There's another modeling error here because you can see this beam here is extending is 2 stories. The beams, the columns. I mean the columns in the last floor. So this one should be 1 story because the story height is now 2.85 meters. So that's this error. So we should go to story 8. Select all my columns. So I'll just select and then I will hold shift and then select the last one. It will all be selected and right click with properties. Story length. I will click here. Then just one story. Okay, so I will close. So now we can see our model does not have an error. So let's see what it looks like. So these columns are just extending in just 1 floor because there is no landing here in the last floor. Okay. So maybe we can go to check our go to analysis. Just check our building. No, we just check. Maybe let's go to analysis. So save the project. So I need to go to analysis and then building model check. So just building model check. So I'll check analysis, refresh for the connectivity. So I want to check building model. It is okay. So start. So we want to perform building model check. So start. Check our model. If our model has an error, before we can go to analysis. Okay, building model check complete number of error is 0. So I will go to pre-analysis and then I'll change my parameters. So my parameters for column is C20. So I can maybe change for my grid state so I can edit. I want to use this is okay. So my grid will be 460 grid of B. For concrete column, for concrete beam will be also for concrete slab also 460. And then links can be for 10 or for 60, no problem. For 60 also. Okay, for my column, I can change this one to be 30 or 28 and increase. For my beam, I can change this one to be 25. And then for my foundation, I can use for 60. Links for 60. Then this one is okay. Then okay. So I'll go to loading. Then generate load. So I'll add check this, create it unfactored G plus Q, that is head plus light, and then horizontal, notional loading, NX and NY. Maybe wind, you have to add wind because this is more than 10 meters. The height of this story is more than 10 meters, so I have to add wind load. You can check this. No problem. So notional, and uncheck that. Go back. So okay. Then okay. Then model option. We'll go to slab. Okay. I can maybe uncheck here. So slab to define a slab in landing 1 will not be landing 1 will not define landing 2. All the landing will not define rigidity. So landing 4. So okay. Then stiffness. According to BS, we shouldn't change the stiffness because unless it is only for earthquake. Okay, so sorry, this. So, let me go back to parameters. Analysis. I hope it has saved because I already generated. Hope they are saved. Okay, so parameters, we're going to use UK foundation. You can change one maybe to a 90. Lateral loading, okay, no problem. To breast. Okay. So title can change to be G+4. Made by Geoffrey. Checked by whoever. So okay. And then it's already saved. Okay. Then model slab was not all storage because landing storage do not define model rigidity. So all these landing and analysis. So check. You can just check everything, and design everything, select and design, and then start. So it is designing column reinforcements. Designing beams. Beams are so many, so it can take some time here. So Protastructure is actually a very good software for design. So you can do your design, although it is for mostly for advanced use, because you need to be able to have some basic knowledge. So it's a very good software you can use to design. So actually that's why I decided to create this video for, because I also sometimes design using Protastructure. So and I can even design using Protastructure and other software and do comparison. And also even I can design using also manual, do comparison. So like that. So beams will take some time because there are so many beams. So already decided the column. We check those which fail. See what you can do about it. Then you can go to slab design. Then I can show how you can generate the drawings very easily. And of course, I've already showed how you can do the editing. So it is successful. Everything is successful. So I can just close. So let me check. Go to visual interrogation. Let me check column. So all of them are passed, right? All of them are passed. And also you should be careful because in columns, I don't think you should use T12. You should use T16. Okay. For a good engineer, I will advise you for columns, make sure you use at least T16, not T12. Right? And also for beams, just use, for beams you can use T12, but for columns, make sure it's T16. Maybe perhaps for these columns here, these columns which are just, you can see these columns in between the balconies. Maybe when we use 12, maybe, but for columns we should use at least T16. So let's check the beam design. RC beams, story beams. All of them are passed. Okay. So let's check this one. So I will cancel this one. And then so me, I would advise you for both for columns and beams, use T16, don't use T12. And as you only go to during analysis and you select T12, okay? So just come here, building, save the project, you just pause. Make sure just for column and use T16. Minimum is 16, all right? You just need to come to edit material. Here for column, just uncheck 10, uncheck 12, just like that, okay? For beams, I also uncheck 10 and uncheck 12, and okay. Then for foundation, you can use only T12 and 16 and check the rest. And then okay. For slab, you can just use T10 to uncheck all these. Okay, maybe for I'm not sure for links. For links, you can just use 8 to uncheck all these. Okay, okay. Then do analysis. So I don't have still members, so just perform eigenvalue and that. This is actually Protastructure 2018. So I prefer to stick with 2018 and I'll look for 2018. That's all. I'm not going to explain. Right, it's design columns. But it will also change for these for balconies. So that way there you can edit one. You can just edit one by one these columns in the balcony. Just 12. Just 12. So we will go ahead and they also do the footings for this building. I already uploaded a video on doing eccentric footing because this Protastructure related cannot do eccentric footing because normally it does not include the top bars. So then I'll go to analysis and I'll go to I want to see visual interrogations. I'll click visual interrogation. I want to see design status. Okay. All my columns fail. All my columns have failed. You can see the marked red, so I'll go to RC design columns. Or they have not been designed actually. Not failed, they're not been designed. So I'll go to batch. So I will maybe, so I will stop, but I'll check and select when previous bar. So maybe I should select all bar. So maybe I will select all bar, but only for these. I will use tutorial for only for those in between balconies. So I will just so close. Okay, they are fast, but these ones I can't use the 16 actually. So these ones I will just do changing manually. Make sure yeah, I changed to 12. Okay, so this one you can just use 12, but let me check. So I can just maybe for the beams in the top, the roof beams have failed, but there is no load at all. There is no loading from wandering. So maybe let me go to beam. I'll see beams, story beam. So for these ones which are failing, I don't know. So they are failing in link, right? We can just edit change spacing to 200. They are failing in link spacing. That's how we can just do it. So I'm not go changing one by one. It will take me a long time. That one. So you can that one as fast. So this one you can just maybe it has now passed and okay. Maybe I can go to batch design, select all and then calculate, see if they are going to pass. This take quite some time because but it's better than doing one by one. So this is my YouTube channel is where we create engineers. So actually, I will let you have information that if you didn't have my channel, maybe you'll have to struggle to go look for those engineers to let you know this information. And I also teach people how to detail, which you will not find in most channels. So most of the things, maybe the way you are going to generate drawings for the details, you need to do a lot of editing because you cannot present that one to your client. So you have problems, okay? So you have problems with your client. So you need to do a lot of editing, and I advise my viewers to edit in Achicad. And there are videos on how you can edit your slab. I will also do a video how you can edit your columns and all that. So everything has passed. Everything has passed. Okay. Okay. So we will close this one. We will close maybe this. We'll go back. I can go to visual interrogation. You can check utilization. Okay. You can also check visual interrogation. You can check. Okay. Visual interrogation. Let's see something. Column display. So you can just check all that. So design status as far. So we'll go to story 00 and then we will add our footings, design our footings. We have done design the slabs. So design slab is very easy. You just need to go to just need to come to this second floor, then plan view. Then I need to add our analytical strip. So analytical strip at that point, stretching. So you can hold your shift or control to snap at 90 degrees. And already you can see I usually use the 2010 for my slab, so not but it's passing, so you can just do all that and then wait before. So I'll click here, click here, and then we save from here, add to view machine. Don't have to go. Maybe I can just go back to the I can do it because it's not okay. So I just copy this property. Up there. You hold your control to snap at 90 degrees. So I can just draw this up there. So the person called checker will probably be checking small issues. Make sure just maybe the calculation to make sure maybe your columns you have not used to it well because you cannot use it well for columns, maybe beams, just stuff like that. So this is where you can just get all that information in here in my channel. So we'll go to design our go to story 00 and design our footings. So I just select all my columns, just grab it, then right click, maybe you can just do that, change still bar, just calculate, then OK, then OK. So I don't want to use this type of, so I can just maybe properties. I want this to be calculate, then make sure I use square footing. Then OK. And OK. So I can just maybe I advise someone to go one by one, but because of time, I will just add part footing for all of them. Then OK. So it is adding for all of them. So let's wait. So I'll calculate, make sure I check this, okay. And then it is failing in shear. Maybe I can just reduce this one to 150. It is now passing. Then, okay. So I advise you to do it one by one. I'll just close it. This one I can just edit. So let's see, let's add them once. Let's add them. So I will first add all my footings. You can see how I will add them one by one because I want this video to be shorter. So let me show you something. So here I can just maybe use 200. So spacing of 200, 200. Where I want to be economical. Calculate footing dimension automatically. Maybe if I uncheck this. Okay. Then okay. I can change this one. Properties. So my footing depth is 400. That's okay. That's great. So maybe use square footing. Change this one to 200. This one I change 200. Then okay. So maybe I can go to RC Designer. square. So 200. So it's passing. Okay. So I will add for all the columns, then just that way, and then we will be back. So to make my work easier, I can just go to here to settings, and go to foundation settings. So make sure here I change to square. Default footing depth 400 is okay. Then strip footing cantilever length maybe to 1000, that's okay. So allowable ultimate strength factor is 1.4 without box. So minimum can be maybe 12. Minimum steel bar size maybe 12, minimum 12. And then show on group typical columns label, and then okay, and then okay. So then I will maybe select all of this. So here maybe I can use I can use combined footing. So we will see. I want to select the column. I'm holding my control. And then right click to that part. Sorry for that. So I have already added all my footings apart from here. I'm not sure, but we could add. But let's see. Maybe we can just add them separately. So I can just select, then right click, and then okay, select all of them, and then right click, and then insert part footing. Then okay. So this is actually Product 2018. I don't know which version you are using. If you're having problem with your version, maybe you can go back, maybe you can go forward, maybe you can go to 23, maybe come back to 18. But this is how 2018 works. So maybe here I can just maybe use combined footing. I can just delete this, delete these ones. Part footings, okay. So just select them, this, and then right click. Maybe this is the first one. Okay. No. So we should just add separately. So right click, insert part. Okay. And then I will go now to 3D view. So you can see the 3D view, right? So everything. So now we can go to RC Designer. We go to Product Details. Yes, save changes. It's opening Product Details. So we can just export everything to our Product Details. So for my trusses, they're going to use wood to add the roofing, to do the roofing. So I'm not going to design steel for my roofing or for my truss roofing. But and also this version, I don't have. Maybe I will have to buy a new version to have access for steel design. So because I'm using wood, and maybe my roof will be not have that. Maybe I'm not designed for wood, so I can just design up because I've already added the window. So maybe adding the from 10 meters up. So let's see the product details. The details will open. Yeah. So I'll detail drawing, so I'll generate drawing. I can generate for I'll explode landing one. Okay, I'll just do maybe just everything, no problem. Go separately or just draw in one sheet, no problem. Then show. Scale 1 is to 50 or 1 is to 100. Either way. Then I can just click somewhere there. So it's generating, so please wait. So I'll pause, then come back and it's done. Also, you can already see it has generated our footings. Beams and everything. So guys, thank you. Please, this video is already too long, so we can maybe do the detailing in another part. So welcome. I hope you will subscribe to my channel if you like this video, and then please you can just maybe advise your friends to view my videos so that you can learn. I think sharing is good because sharing can help even me to improve it, you know. So thanks guys, subscribe to my channel, like my video, see you in another video.